All right, welcome to Module 4. This is our last module in the course, and this module is really going to focus on key terms. All of these are going to be related to phonics and word study. Hopefully you have already began to study and look at some of these terms. If not, go ahead and get started. There are a lot. Many of you who are going to be or who are already early childhood educators, you will probably be familiar with many of the vocabulary terms that you will see during this module. Those of you who are middle or high school level, this might be very new to you, but I will tell you by the end of this module, hopefully you will see how valuable this information is in assisting your struggling readers at any age level or grade level. So with this, again, this is going to be kind of a quick overview, but just wanting to give you some information. You have a video here that I want you to watch. You have an article from the Journal of Special Education. And then I want you to revisit Chapter 7 from Shear and Vaught. This is going to be something that you did in Module 1. You looked at Chapters 1 and 7. So just go back and look at Chapter 7, and you will need to do this for one of your assignments that you're going to be working on. The last thing I wanted to point out here is about Google Slides. So we're going to click here, and this is going to open up phonics resources. This is what you will need to practice all of your key terms. So once it pulls up here, you will be able to see that I have several slides set up to talk a little bit about talk more about spelling development. So you can review the stages here of development. And then I have a slide set for each stage. Now, many of you will notice that a lot of this is very primary level oriented, and that's just the nature of phonics. However, you will notice that you'll have students at all ages and grades that are having trouble with the concepts that are represented here. So here we have the emergent stage, and I have an image here that represents a little bit of what you might expect from an emergent learner, how their writing develops. I have 2 videos. This one here is a great one if you are not familiar with the actual pronunciation of different letters and sounds. So it's quite cute. My daughter really enjoyed that when she was younger, but this will give you an idea. It's kind of, silly to watch, but watch it with your children or some neighbor friends or something, and you'll get a kick out of that. So here's some additional information about phonics and phonemic awareness. And then I've given you this resource before, but I thought it was helpful to put on here again. Here are word sorts for emergent learners. And then I tried my best to categorize all of the key terms to really fit with each of the 5 stages. So here you have a list of words that are best associated with the emergent stage. That doesn't mean that you're only going to find them with information about that stage, but it's always better to categorize things. It helps you learn. So here are all of the different terms here. And then for each stage, I have a similar slide set up. And so you can go through and review the information on your own. What you will need to do for each of the terms: you will need to look up definitions, you will need to find lessons or examples of what this might look like in the classroom, and then finally for your key terms quiz at the end of this module, you will need to make sure that you understand each of the key terms in context. So it will not be just a definition and an answer for the quiz questions. It would be more like, what might you see if a child is demonstrating that they understand the alphabetic principle? And then there will be 4 multiple choice questions, and you will choose which of the 4 match. I will provide some sample questions and things as we continue through this module. And if you have any additional needs, please let me know.